There are many fantastic YouTube videos promoting rural properties for sale in Portugal. Many paint an idealistic picture of how affordable land is in Portugal. But living the off-grid dream isn't as straightforward as some people suggest. Cheap land in Portugal is often cheap for a reason. We suggest that you consult properly with local councils, rather than take the word of sellers and real estate agents. Be aware of the restrictions that apply to rural properties and don't make a bad investment. Here are some key points to consider before buying a rural property in Portugal. Before we dive into that, I would really appreciate it if you could click that subscribe button. That's going to help us here at the channel, and it ensures you don't miss out on our weekly insights into moving to Portugal. Pre-1951 house laws. Properties built before 1951 have specific regulations. You can live in these structures for 9 months of the year, but only if they're used for supporting licensed agriculture or animal husbandry. Think actual farming operations, not just a couple of chickens for eggs. Adding modern amenities like kitchens or bathrooms can void these privileges, transforming the building into a permanent dwelling, requiring new permissions. Understanding land use. Rural properties are often classified as rustic or urban. Rustic land has stricter rules regarding building permissions, particularly for temporary or permanent living structures. Rustic means rural agricultural, with much less flexibility for residential use. Temporary structures, tents, caravans, or motorhomes can be allowed on land for agricultural purposes if they can be removed quickly. For example, within half an hour to half a day. However, you need written permission from the local city council, not just verbal assurances from local officials. Fire safety and regulations. Properties in forested or high-risk fire areas might not get habitation licenses, even if they're pre-1951. There are significant restrictions during fire seasons, including bans on open flames. Legal permissions and documentation. Always check with the local Câmara Municipal, that means city council, for what is permissible on your land or property. Do not rely solely on information from estate agents or sellers. Obtain written permissions for any construction or use change. The Plano Director Municipal, PDM, outlines these regulations. Water and infrastructure. Water availability is crucial. Some properties might look idyllic, but lack sufficient water resources, or have access issues, like long dirt tracks, without proper maintenance. Change of use. Changing a property's use, from agricultural or commercial to residential, involves complex legal processes, and might not be feasible in all areas, due to zoning laws or environmental concerns. Registration with local authorities. For safety reasons, especially in wildfire-prone areas, register your living location with local fire services, bombeiros, to ensure you can be located during emergencies. Consultation and legal advice. Before buying, consult with local architects, engineers, or lawyers to understand the exact legal standing of the property. Every piece of land has unique conditions, affecting what can be legally done with it. Misinformation on YouTube. Be cautious of idealized or misleading portrayals of rural living on platforms like YouTube. Many channels may not mention the full legal and practical implications of living off-grid or renovating old structures. This video aims to provide a clearer picture of the complexities involved in purchasing and living on rural property in Portugal. Visit our website for a checklist when buying rural properties and details on how to apply for a visa to move to Portugal. Join our Facebook group. See links in the description below. Hope to see you in Portugal soon.